Is that newsworthy? Well, I'll tell you this, it really should be expected. In the world that we live in right now, it should be expected that this is what is going on and that's what our country is turning into. Today, at some point, I was going to check the Drudge report for this before I signed on today. At some point, some families, some families of Navy SEAL Team 6 were going to hold a press conference. And let's see, I don't see anything immediately that jumps out at me. But they're going to hold a press conference today. And they're going to talk about, it says three families of Navy SEAL Team 6 Special Forces servicemen, along with one family of an Army National Guardsman, will appear at a press conference on May 9th to disclose never-before revealed information about how and why their sons, along with 26 others, died in a fatal helicopter crash in Afghanistan August 6. Just a few months after the successful raid on the compound of Osama bin Laden that resulted in the master terrorist's death, allegedly. Accompanying the families of these dead Navy SEAL Team 6 Special Operations servicemen will be retired military experts verifying their accounts of how and why the government is as much responsible for the deaths of their sons as is the Taliban. And they list about 7 things that they're going to be talking about, and there's a lot of talk on the blogosphere about this. And, I am one of these. I try to approach these ideas with caution, with a little bit of skepticism and so on. I'm not just going to jump on every... I don't just jump on every article that shows up on Before It's News. But I do... here's something that is always in my mind. Why is Andrew Breitbart dead? And if you remember, Andrew Breitbart had something that he was going to disclose, he was going to reveal before the election, before the re-election, that supposedly was going to shatter the earth, and it was going to shatter the presidency of Barack Hussein, and he was going to reveal it on such and such date, and all of a sudden he drops dead of natural causes. And then the coroner who performed the autopsy dies of poisoning. What's up? It makes you question. And then we have Barack Hussein coming out May 1st announcing the death of Osama bin Laden, or if you believe some of the conspiracy theories, the second death of Osama bin Laden. I don't know. You don't know. We weren't there. That's the problem. We weren't there. We don't know the truth. Just because the government says one way, that doesn't mean it's true. And I'll say just because a conspiracy website says another thing, that doesn't make it true either. This is why I tell people, be Bereans. Be Bereans. Go search. Go search. Go search the internet. Go search the scriptures for answers to this. But then this same Navy SEAL, and then they've got the body of Osama on a naval ship, supposedly, and rather than bringing the body back to American soil so it could be examined, verified, documented, this is Osama bin Laden, they take the body, dump it overboard. Why? Why do that? Then to top it all off, you have members of this Navy SEAL Team 6 dying, going away. It's almost like we're reliving JFK all over again. All of a sudden, people with evidence. All of a sudden, people who might know something about it. All of a sudden, they're suicided somewhere. They're dead. Lee Harvey Oswald, dead. Why? Why are all these people dead or dying? It makes you... this kind of stuff right here is the reason why there are kooks on the internet who hate our government. And I believe that there are some people out there that are totally insane. You read some of the stuff that they put out there, the conspiracy theories and stuff like that, and you're just going, where in the world did you get this from? But then there are people who are looking at things like this and they ask legitimate questions. What's going on here? Why are all these people dead? How come the what am I trying to say? The guy in Libya, Benghazi. How come our ambassador is dead? How come some people, high-ranking officials, got demoted or stripped of power because they questioned the president on whether or not we should go in there and try to save this guy's hide or not? What is happening? What's going on? And it makes us legitimately say within ourselves, we're not being told the truth. We are being lied to. We don't appreciate being lied to by the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of the United States. We don't appreciate being lied to. We don't trust you. So you're going to take our boys, send them off somewhere. They're going to come back in body bags and flag-draped coffins, and you want us to trust you because we think you're a liar. We think you've lied your way through your whole presidency, and now we think you're lying to us, and we're not about to send our... And just the fact of the disillusionment in our own military. Guys who are signing up, men and women signing up to defend our country. And then they got a commander-in-chief that lies to everybody, and they don't trust him. All of this creates a scenario in our country that Christ warned us about. And I'll tell you what that... Let me find a story here that goes along with that. Something that somebody sent to me. Today is your day, remember, by the way. Somebody sent me this. Arizona Governor Jan Brewer signs bill to establish state volunteer militia separate from the National Guard. For those who get a little freaked out by state militias, check this out. Towards the end of April 2011, Jan Brewer quietly signed into a law a bill that would allow for the establishment of a volunteer state militia, which would be separate from the National Guard. You know who this is, don't you? This is Bubba. This is Bubba's Army. This is not going to be, and the Constitution allows for an armed militia of citizens, a citizens militia. But the government has sort of taken that over, and we call it the National Guard or whatever. Missouri has a National Guard, Illinois has a National Guard, Arizona has a National Guard, and so on. But now the governor of Arizona is saying, I'm going to sign a bill, and it's going to let Bubba's guys, just fellas, guys who carry guns in the back of their pickup truck, guys who run cattle, guys who deer hunt, guys who fish, guys who love the country. We're going to form a different, separate militia out of just folks in the state of Arizona that Barack Hussein won't have any control over. And I like that idea. The problem is, we look at what's going on in Arizona, Montana, Wyoming, countries like that, they're states. Kansas just signing a bill saying no new gun regulations allowed in the state of Kansas. And if one of your agents comes in here and tries to enforce a gun law, we're going to have him arrested and he's going to go to prison. Missouri has the same bill before its representatives right now. I hope it goes through. I think it will. Be interesting to see if our governor, who claims to be a pro-gun Democrat, will follow the will of the people. Do you know what the motto of the state of Missouri is? No, it's not. Show me. The motto of the state of Missouri is Salus Populi Suprema Lex Esto. Shambalatoya. Tito. Salus Populi Suprema Lex Esto, which means let the will of the people be the supreme law. So will the Governor Jay Nixon, a Democrat, a pro-union, whatever Democrat, will he follow the will of the people and the way he presented himself as a pro-gun Democrat? Will he follow the will of the people of the state of Missouri, or will he follow Barack Hussein and will he veto the bill? If he vetoes the bill, it will go back, and more than likely that veto will be overridden because the state of Missouri has a supermajority of Republicans. And all of that basically sets up a scenario in our United States where we are not as united as we were 30 years ago. We're not the same country anymore. And in the words of our Savior, Abraham Lincoln talked about this as well. A house divided against itself, a kingdom divided against itself, will not stand. Days we're living in. This was also sent in. U.S. engineers developed smart RFID-enabled paper. U.S. engineers have developed a way to embed radio frequency identification chips onto paper that they say is quicker, cheaper, and offers wider applications than current methods. The technique can be used to prevent fraud as well as provide a new meaning to the term paper trail. The process uses lasers to transfer and assemble the chips on paper. Such smart paper could be used for banknotes, legal documents, tickets, and smart labels. The team said, I wonder what the practical purpose of putting an RFID chip on toilet paper would be. To track the toilet paper. And then, let me read this one here. Kanye West declares himself a god in a new song. What's new? Kanye West debuted his new song, presumably titled I Am a God, on Monday, May 6th at the Met Museum of Art Gala. While he piqued fans' interest with the song's lyrics, the devil is in the details. Little is known about I Am a God just yet. While clips of the performance surfaced on the internet during the gala, much of Kanye's performance was recorded through the Twitter mobile app Vine, which allows users to record 6 seconds of video. So what's new about Kanye West declaring himself to be a god? But it does follow the signs of the times, and it follows the idea that Lucifer knows music, knows it very well. Here's also an item of interest that I'm bringing up simply because I like to, well, let me just read this. And this is posted on several sites. And I don't know the source of it yet, but I have an idea. If you have received an email and have you seen this article, message from God found hidden inside DNA sequence, have you seen that? Have you heard of that? Researchers at Harvard University announced today that they have found what appears to be a message from God written inside the human genome. Yeah. In a little explored section of non-coding DNA, a team of top geneticists discovered a 22-word snippet of ancient Aramaic in which God confirms his existence and his role in creating life on earth. Yep. The stunning finding represents nearly irrefutable evidence of God's existence and his role in creating the process of evolution by natural selection. Yeah. The message was discovered when research noticed strange mathematical patterns appearing within a certain section of the genome. Here's what they found. Hello, my children. This is Yahweh, the one true Lord. You have found creation's secret. Now share it peacefully with the world. Yeah. This is a hoax.